Hey, welcome back everybody. It is Paul Motley here and you are listening to Ultimate Affiliate Marketing. Yet again with another podcast episode. So it's Sunday, so don't know, depending on what time or wherever you are in the world when you listen to this. Again, weekends for me, they are just another day. I try not to do too much because obviously it's family time, but there is always things to do. And today was another example of giving massive value up front to get the rewards later. And I won't go into detail on that one, but I did want to point out that tomorrow is really exciting because tomorrow I have a very special guest. I actually have the affiliate manager for ClickFunnels coming on the podcast. So I'm doing an interview with him tomorrow, a guy called Ben Harris, and he's actually what we're going to do is we're going to talk through different ways that people can get towards the dream car. So the things that ClickFunnels themselves are trying out and doing to help us, and I'm going to feedback and say a few things and ideas that I've been looking at myself. So make sure you do listen to that. So if it's your first time listening, then do drop a subscribe onto the podcast, and let's try and get the podcast in as many hands or as many ears, should we say, as possible. So do drop a rating on there, and 5 stars is always welcome, believe you and me, and also a review, because that pushes us up and that gets us the podcast in front of more people. But the main topic of conversation today is about how to effectively do email marketing. Now, we've touched on this before, but obviously not everybody listens to every single podcast, and I get that. So I just wanted to tell you a couple of things that you should be looking to do. When it comes to email marketing, you've got to look at, your goal. And your ultimate goal is for someone to purchase a product through your affiliate link. But obviously there's work to do to get people on your email list to start with. And then there's more work to do to make sure that you actually segment people based on what they opted in for in the first place, so that you can then tailor offers towards them later down the line, which they're going to be most likely interested in. And I think the example we're given was if you had a page, for example, which was targeted towards dog owners, then you're not going to want to then send the people that opt in for that email list cat products further down the line. It's real simple. That's as black and white as I can make it, but it just makes sense. So when you're actually sending out the emails, what I tend to do is if I have a product that's coming up as a launch, I'll normally write out maybe 4 or 5 emails that I'll send out to people. So the first email will be generally to introduce them to what's going on, and then a sequence of emails which will be then value based, giving them information about the product, why they should get it, how and what it's going to do for their business, because ultimately that's the idea. We want to give them a product which is going to make sense for them and push their business forward. So that is kind of like how you need to do it, and make sure, like I said, that you're only sending it out to a segment of your email list that are going to be highly targeted, most likely interested, which means most likely to purchase. And when you start with those broadcast messages, then the first point is the subject line. Now, the idea and the job of the subject line is for people to actually open the email, because it doesn't matter how well written your emails are, or how well written the sales pages are, or how well written or how good your follow-up is. If people don't actually initially open that email, then you're never going to get the sale. So it's simple as that. So that is the first part of it, that the subject line is what sells the open. Okay, now if you're struggling and you're not sure where to start, then if you go ahead on Google and search out digital marketer top email subjects, I believe there is a lead magnet, as they call it, that you can download, and it will give you the best email subjects on the highest open rates that they've had using certain subjects, right? So it can give you a basis and give you an idea of where to start. Obviously, you're not going to want to copy them word for word, but it will give you a head start. Now, when it comes to the actual email itself, now the job of the email is to get people to click from the email to a landing page. Now, in most cases, it might be, like I said, to either like a landing page, or it could be to something more simple like a YouTube video or your Facebook group or anything like that. So that's the idea of the actual the body of the email. So it's controversial because when I look at this and I read a lot of emails that I get, some are really short and sweet, others are super long. So it depends. It depends on the market, I guess. It depends on the product that you're actually looking towards to sell. Because if it's something very simple and very easy for people to pick up on, then I would go for more of a shorter sales copy, or not sales copy, but a shorter email. So it would be, it would be like, basically, again, we're talking like hook story offers. Yeah, so you're going to talk about what they need, why they need it, and how they can get it, right? So that's the sort of thing that you should be aiming towards. And then obviously, if it's something which is much more high ticket, then it may mean that you need to flesh out the email itself, get people engaging on that email so that they will actually therefore go ahead and read that, which means they're then going to be more engaged when it comes to sending out the second, the third, the fourth, or the fifth when it actually comes to selling the product. So it kind of makes sense to try and look at what you are selling, who you are selling it to, and then tailor the style and the implementation of the emails and the follow-ups that you're going to be doing. So anyway, this is a short one for you tonight because like I said, it is Sunday. Got loads on tomorrow. There's some super cool stuff going on, and as always, you can get the free stuff in the Ultimate Affiliate Toolbox, and the link will be in the show notes. That was totally free for you. So make sure that you do get into that and you check that out, because it is for your benefit at the end of the day. It's to help you drive your business forward. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Always looking forward every single morning to the download stats and see how we're getting on. We're pushed past over 3,500 downloads, which is amazing. And now we're steadily getting towards 4,000. So I have a goal in mind for the whole year, if I manage to keep up these podcasts every single day. So that's, we're one step closer every day we pass by. So again, that's enough for me, and we'll speak soon.